Welcome, everyone, to our informative session on the cycles that govern life on our planet. Today, we'll delve into two essential ecological processes, the nitrogen cycle and the sulfur cycle. But before we do that, let's first understand the concept of steady state. The term steady state refers to an equilibrium condition in system when the inputs and outputs are balanced, resulting in stable, unchanging state. Let's dive into the fascinating world of cycles with the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen, at first, is an essential element for all living organisms, forming a vital component of amino acids, proteins, and DNA. However, most organisms cannot directly use atmospheric nitrogen in this form. To make it accessible, we rely on the nitrogen cycle. The next cycle I will explain now is the sulfur cycle. Sulfur, another crucial element for living organisms, plays a vital role in various biological processes. Both the nitrogen and sulfur cycles are vital for maintaining a steady state within ecosystems. The steady state ensures that the input and output of these elements remain balanced, allowing life to thrive harmoniously. However, human activities such as excessive use of nitrogen-based fertilizers and burning of sulfur-containing fuels can disrupt these cycles, leading to imbalance in environmental issues. Understanding the nitrogen and sulfur cycles helps us appreciate the intricate web of life and the importance of preserving these natural processes. Let's work together to protect and maintain the delicate balance of our planet's cycles for generations to come.
So what is the Philippine flora? The Philippine flora are numerous plant species found in the Philippines, including endemic, native, and introduced types of plants. These plant species are very noteworthy in terms of biodiversity and conservation efforts, because many of them are unique to the planet. One example or a few examples of the Philippine flora is the punong nara or the mahogany tree, and the country's flower, the sampalita. The Philippine flora plays a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance, but they are also endangered to invasive species. So what are invasive species? Invasive species are type of plant or animal that is not indigenous to a particular area and causes economic and environmental harm. Non-native plants that have been introduced to the country and represent a serious danger to native ecosystems are considered invasive species of the Philippine flora. These invasive plants have the potential to outcompete, replace native species, alter ecological processes, and harm biodiversity and ecosystems stability. Among the invasive species of Philippine flora are the Acacia mangium. This fast-growing tree native to Australia has been planted for reforestation and timber production. It can, however, spread quickly and completely replace native plants. The nitrogen and sulfur cycles have a good relationship with the flora around us. One of the examples is that the flora heavily relies on the availability of nitrogen in the soil to synthesize proteins and enzymes, which are critical for their growth and metabolism. In agricultural settings, farmers often apply nitrogen-containing fertilizers to enhance plant growth and increase crop yields. However, excessive use of nitrogen fertilizers can lead to environmental issues, such as nutrient runoff and water pollution. The sulfur cycle, in accordance to the flora, is that the flora utilizes sulfur to produce proteins and other sulfur-containing compounds that are essential for their functioning and overall health. Adequate sulfur levels in the soil contribute to improved plants' growth and resistance to stress. In terms of epigenetics, epigenetics is the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Epigenetics and flora are related in the context of how the microorganisms living in and on our bodies can influence epigenetic processes in our cells. The interaction that make up the microbiota can have significant implications for our health and development, and this interaction can be mediated through epigenetic mechanisms.
day everyone, I am Shannon Diaz and I will be discussing the role of humanity and the relationship between the two cycles of flora along with its positive and negative impacts. Humanity plays a significant role in the relationship between the nitrogen and sulfur cycles of flora. The nitrogen and sulfur cycles are essential biogeochemical cycles that involve transforming and cycling these elements through various environmental processes. Flora or plants are central to these cycles as they interact with these elements during their growth and metabolic processes. The impact of humanity on these cycles and flora can be both positive and negative, depending on various anthropogenic or human-induced factors. First, let's talk about the negative impacts. Number 1. Nitrogen pollution. These human activities such as industrial processes and synthetic fertilizers have led to an overabundance of nitrogen in the environment, leading to nitrogen pollution. Excess nitrogen in ecosystems can lead to nutrient imbalances, eutrophication of water bodies, and harmful algal blooms, negatively impacting plant and aquatic life. Number 2. Acid rain. Emissions from industrial activities and fossil fuel combustion release sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, which can combine with water vapor to form sulfuric acid. This leads to acid rain, which damages vegetation and alters soil pH, affecting plant health and growth. And number 3. Deforestation. Large-scale deforestation by human activities can disrupt the natural nitrogen and sulfur cycles. Trees play a crucial role in absorbing nitrogen and sulfur compounds from the atmosphere, and deforestation can disturb this balance, leading to alterations in nutrient availability for flora. Next, let's talk about positive impacts. Number 1. Agricultural practices. Humans have developed agricultural practices like crop rotation, green manuring, and leguminous plants that contribute to nitrogen fixation in the soil. These practices help replenish nitrogen levels and enhance plant growth. And number 2, fertilizer use. Nitrogen and sulfur-based fertilizers are used in agriculture to improve crop productivity, ensuring an adequate supply of these plant nutrients. In conclusion, humanity's impact on the relationship between the nitrogen and sulfur cycles and flora can be positive and negative. Understanding and managing these impacts is crucial to maintaining the health of ecosystems and ensuring sustainable plant growth.
Here's a rundown of everything discussed. The term steady state refers to an equilibrium condition in an ecological system where inputs and outputs are balanced, leading to a stable and unchanging state. It is essential to understand this concept to grasp the delicate interdependencies within natural cycles, like the nitrogen and sulfur cycles. Nitrogen is a vital element for all living organisms, but most can't use atmospheric nitrogen directly. The nitrogen cycle makes it accessible. Similarly, sulfur plays a crucial role in biological processes, and the sulfur cycle maintains its availability. These cycles are crucial for maintaining a steady state within ecosystems, ensuring a balance between input and output. However, human activities such as excessive use of nitrogen-based fertilizers and burning sulfur-containing fuels can disrupt these cycles, leading to imbalances and environmental issues. The Philippine flora is rich in biodiversity, with various plant species contributing to ecological balance and supporting animal life. It includes endemic, native, and introduced types, some of which are unique to the country. Unfortunately, the flora face threats like deforestation, habitat destruction, and climate change, endangering its existence. Invasive species of Philippine flora introduced by humans pose serious dangers to native ecosystem, potentially outcompeting and replacing native plants. Moreover, human activities can lead to excessive nitrogen and sulfur, causing environmental problems like nutrient runoff, water pollution, and acid rain. On the positive side, agricultural practices and judicious uses of fertilizer can contribute to sustainable plant growth and support ecosystems. Understanding and managing human impact is crucial to preserve the environment and ensure a harmonious relationship between the cycles and the flora. Thanks for watching.